Flosstube. My name is Dawn and I go by Busymomstitcher here on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome to my channel. This is Flosstube number 26 and today's date is June 15th, 2025. If you're new to this channel is all about my cross-stitch journey. I do non-full coverage and full coverage. So if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for coming back and watching. Today is today's floss tube is going to just include my weekly stitching. I have started doing weekly videos, so we are just going to do weekly videos. First, I want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. Here in the States is Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day. So let's get started. If I look down, I'm looking at my notes. I'm going to do things a little bit different. The new starts in that are all just going to be bundled with each category. So my plans are, as I do for each day, is I do one strand, then I do 100 stitches on a wheel that have all my cross stitch, and then I do full coverage. And I stitch whatever as much as I can for that whole rest of the day. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is my one strand a day. This is Cottage of the Month, December. It's by Cottage Needleworks. And let me get it out of the plastic. This is what it'll look like when I am finished. This is done on a 14 count vintage taupe that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. And this week I got 288 stitches, and I don't have a percentage because this is a paper pattern. And I will put a before picture. I'll do a side by side. I'm going to try to start doing side by side. So you should be able to see the side by side. And we'll put this here and put the side, actually I'll put the side by side here. So there is where I am now. So I finished up the word December for this week. I got the bird in, this part of this tree. This is going to be the roof, the chimneys on the house. And then there was some yellow spots I did. It's starting to look really cute in that bird. Amazing. So I should have this one done before December, so hopefully it'll be done by then. All right, so then my next stitch is my Sunday stitch, and I do the Disney artist. So last Sunday, so this one is done on a 20 count grid Aida. I do 1 over 1, and this is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I'm still in the left-hand corner up here. Last Sunday, I only got 200 stitches, and I am at 3,800 out of 663,336, and it's at a 0.57%. And this one stays in my Q-snap. Get all the fabric out of the way. And this is where I am now. I will put side by side. I got this square done and this one. So this right here is starting to be a light. There's going to be a light coming in there. So today I'll work on it and try to see as much as I can get done. Hopefully I can at least get 200. I do have a busy day today after this video. Throw that down there. Then we're going to start with the next category is going to be so I have all my cross stitch on one wheel, and I call this all cross stitch, and I spin this every night. So the night before I'll spin it. And then I'll do just 100 stitches on this thing. It could be non-full coverage or full coverage on this wheel. So you'll see a variety in this particular category. So my first one that came up was Cottage of the Month, May. This is a new start. So there will be new starts in this category as well. Because I do have the ones that I have able to kit up, they're also on my wheel as new, but they're new. This is done on a vintage taupe by Hobby Lobby. This is what it'll look like before or after it's done. I do want to get most of these done. I don't have them all done yet, so hopefully soon I'll get them all done. This got only 90 stitches. So sometimes, even though I'm trying to get 100 stitches, it depends if I'm at a good stopping point, then I'm just going to stop. But I try my hardest to do 100. So this one only got 90 stitches, and since this is paper, I do not have the percentage. And this is all I've got done. So I got half of that first border done, and then I started on the leaves. And there won't be a comparison because it's a new start. So these are actually pretty fun. Then the next one is called Spooky Spells. This is done by Sugar Stitches on Etsy. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I am just up here, not very far. This is on a 14 count vintage country mocha. This got 95 stitches, and I am at 1,334 stitches out of 45,764, and it's at a 2.9%. And I'll put the before picture right here, and then this is where I am now. I got this little bat done, and I put another black square in there. This one's a fun one too. I all enjoy all of them. There's a couple that are starting that I'm not enjoying, and I'll show you the ones I am, but this one's fun. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee. All right, the next one, I believe this came up last week, and it came up this week again. So this was called Cottage of the Month, April. Again, this is by Country and Cottage Needleworks. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. This one I got a little further. I'm about up here. This got 102 stitches, and since this is a paper pattern, I don't know a percentage. And here is where I am. So I believe I finished up, I finished up this, and then I put these two little flowers in. Super cute again. Then my next one is called Quaker de la Farm. I think that's how you say it. This is, I'm probably going to butcher her name. Jardin. Prive. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I have changed the color of the floss and the fabric. So this is on a 14 count vintage smoke Aida, white Aida, that I purchased from 123 Stitch. I am also using color and cotton floss, and it's called Battleship. So that's the floss I'm using for it. This got 113 stitches, and since this is a pattern paper, I won't have a percentage as well. And this is where I am now. I finished up this line right here. And I do need to finish up that line. And then I did this motif, the little heart. I did this motif right here, and then I started this next one. And this one I have decided to keep in for, I switched it out for my stitch when I have time at my job. So, because it's just one color, and then I wouldn't have to change my floss so much. So I'm going to try to do these during the week when I'm at work. Hopefully. Maybe. And it's just in a bag that I made. These are the bags I like to make a lot. And after this baby shower, I'm going to start making some more, hopefully. I'll have more time. All right, next is the Library Dogs. This is by Aimee Stewart. This is what it's charted by Heaven on Earth Designs, and this is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I'm just in the left-hand corner. There's not much to see other than you see books and that. This is done on a 20 count Aida 1/1, and this one only got 100 stitches because I'm doing the 100. This is the 100, and I am at 1,600 out of 430,125, and I am at 0.37%. And this is where I am at. This is the 100 I got done, this square right here. Looks so good in the, there, back up a little bit, I'm making that forward. Then my last one for this spin, the all spin, is a Vibrant Fusion. This is by World of Love Hearts, and it's charted by Stitches So Beautiful. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one was a restart, as I did not stitch it correctly. So I totally vanished it, and then I restarted it. So I'm about right here in this butterfly. This is done on a 14 count Aida. This one got 100 stitches, and I am at 2,000 out of, I'm sorry, oh yeah, 100 stitches, and I am at 2,000 out of 160,000, and I am at 1.25%. And this is where I am now. I did this stitch right here. Just this little 100 stitch. As I was stitching this, I was thinking about restarting it to a 20 count, but I've decided I'm not, since I've already restarted it once. So I'm just going to stick with my 14 count on this one. All right, I'm going to take another drink. I'm losing my voice. All right, the next category is my full coverage spins. So these are ones that I spin every day, and I just stitch as much as I can. This week was not a very good week. we were busy most of the night, so I could only get between 100 to 200 stitches in. Yeah, I didn't get anything above 200, I don't think. So the first one is a family campsite, and this is by Aimee Stewart. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I am just in the left-hand corner because that's where I start. I do 100, the diagonal, but as 100. This is done on a 20 count Aida, and it's 1/1. And I got 200 stitches, and I am at 1,200 out of 352,096. And I am at 34%. And this is where I am now. I did this square and this one. Them trees are amazing. This is a part of the trailer, and then this is the sky up there. This one is actually, I do enjoy this one because something pops up a little bit of every time you're stitching it. Then my next one is called Feeling Froggy. This is by this is by Cross Stitch for Everyone. I'm not sure who the artist is. But this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one is very colorful, very fun. This is on a 14 count Aida. It got 100 stitches, and I am at 1,100 out of 112,225, and I am at 0.98%. And this is where I am now. So I just got the square done. Just that 100 there. So this day was not a very good day for fall coverage. I'm trying to think of what day this was. I think this was Tuesday. I don't even know what, we were so busy this week. I don't know what happened. Then my next one is called Quick Stitch Sleep Time. This is by, I'm going to butcher this probably, Ciro, Marchetti, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I'm just up here, not very far. This is a old, I forget when I started this one. This is done on a 14 count gridded Aida. It got 100 stitches, and I am at 2,000 out of 94,500, and I am at 2.12%. And here I am now. I got I was like that square done. You can kind of, this is a chair arm, you can see it. This is going to be the dog's ear eventually when I get back over here more. All right, and then my next one is Sweet Tooth Candy Empire. This is done, it's artwork by Lars, Stewart. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I'm just still in over here. This got 300 stitches. This was my good day stitching, I guess, because I really got a lot of stitches on this day. 300 stitches, and I am at 1,600 out of 278,750, and at a 57%, 0.57%. And this is where I am now. I finished 200s over here, and then I started up at the top. This is starting to be a flag. So we're starting to see a little bit of something. I think we're gonna be getting into like a candy lollipop or something around here. The next one is called Dog's Days of Summer, and this one only got 54 stitches. This is by Catherine Holman. It is by Stitches So Beautiful. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Again, this only got 54 stitches, and I am at 1,500 out of 200,000. And I am at 7.75%. This is going to go in timeout. I don't know if I want to say timeout or just on hold for a while. I'm just not going to stitch it again. I took it off the spin. So I'll talk about it in my plans more, but I've decided about if I'm not enjoying the stitch, I'm going to put it like in a timeout. So I'll talk about that in my plans. But this is where I am now. Again, this is on a 14 count Ada. This one, for some reason, I usually don't stop just randomly. I always try to get the 100 block done, but for some reason I stopped when I did this last time, so I just finished this block up. So this is going to be a tree here. And then you stitch this is all this color for a while. I mean, and it might be why I'm not enjoying it. It's too much white for me. I don't know. But he's going to go on timeout for a little bit. And then my last one for today is Rooster Farm. This is by Donna Glissinger. I said that right, I butchered it probably too. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I am just in that sky up there at the left. Nothing really exciting to see on this one either. This is done on a 14 count gridded Ada. This one got 100 stitches, and I am at 2,400 out of 206,325, and I am at 1.16%. And this is where I am now. And I did this block because the last time I stopped, I think I was just filling in where my Q-snap was. So I'm going to go make my diagonal better. So still nothing really to see on this one. It's just all sky. All right, so let me take another drink, maybe some water. I think my sinuses are draining today. All right, so let's see. Next on my agenda is haul. I have no haul, and I have to start watching what I'm spending. As my, I don't have a second job anymore. So, I'm just going to put off for a while, and unless I see a pattern I really like. I thought about getting some more patterns from Paid because they have a sale going on, but I realized I really don't need any more. So we're just going to hold off on that for a while. And then let's talk about plans. The only thing I think I'm going to change, I do like what I'm doing now. I spin for 2 times. I have my 1 strand a day. I'm really enjoying that. So the only thing I'm going to change is if I start stitching something like that Dogs of Days, if I start stitching it and I just don't feel it, I'm going to put it like in a timeout, and I'm going to take it off both wheels. And maybe that will help maybe get some more done faster. I don't know. But I think I'm just going to start stitching once I really want to stitch. So we're going to just keep this wheel the way it is. And then if it comes out and I start stitching it, I'm going to do my stitches for that day. But then I might put it in a little timeout. So that's the only thing changing in my plans. Other than that, it's going to stay the same. And then let's do a little bit of a life update. Not very much. So this week I was a little busy, and so there wasn't very much stitching. I'm trying to actually finish up a quilt for my niece. Her baby shower is this coming up weekend. So I need to get that done, and I have some other things that I'm trying to get done for the shower. So I have to get that done. So this week might be the same with stitching. I might not get very much done. I got to get them projects done first. And then on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I went out to eat with some friends. That was a good time. And then Friday night, me and my daughter went to see Tracy Bird. There is a county fair going on here where I live. So we went to see Tracy Bird. And then Saturday night we did the rodeo. Last night we did the rodeo, which was fun. I don't think I've ever been to a rodeo, and we went last night. It was pretty fun. And so once again, this coming up week, I might be very busy. I do have 2 days off of work because June 10th, here in the States, it's called June 10th. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah. And that's June 19th. So we get that day off, and then I decided to take the next day off, which is Friday. So hopefully I'll be able to get all of my projects done with my sewing done, and then be able to start some new sewing projects. I'll probably just make a little video after it's all done, my quilt, and insert it next Sunday. I don't want to show it on here until she has it. And then, so that's all I have for the today. If you have any questions, comments, please list them down below, or you can contact me. My email address is busymomstitcher@gmail.com. It's also listed in the description box. I am on Instagram as Busymomstitcher, so you can contact me there. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope everyone has a great day and a happy, great stitching week. And we'll see you next week. Happy stitching. Bye.